Breaking news, the Red Sox have just made some major moves, calling up their number 6 prospect Connley early to start tonight in place of Dustin May, who will be going on the injured list. These moves both have massive implications to the Red Sox, and we tell you all about it right here on Red Sox Digest. Welcome in, everybody. I'm Jace Andrews. We appreciate you tuning in to today's show. This is exactly why you should subscribe right here, because when breaking news happens, we get it out to you first here on YouTube, and yet there are over 73% of you who are choosing not to hit that subscribe button right now. What are you waiting for? It's 100% free. Go down there, daily Red Sox content on your favorite team in Boston. This is a big move for the Boston Red Sox. We talked about it yesterday on the show, but today they made it official in a little bit of a different way. The Red Sox are calling up Connley early to start tonight, not tomorrow, in place of Dustin May. Per multiple reports, Early is Boston's 6th-ranked prospect according to MLB Pipeline and has posted a 2.60 earned run average and 100.1 innings pitched in the minor leagues this season. This is a surprising move for a couple of different reasons. The Red Sox still don't have a pitching plan tomorrow, and the original thought was that they were going to let Dustin May go tonight, and that tomorrow would be the move for Connley early. But now you put Dustin May on the IL, Connley early gets called up. So what does that make for tomorrow? I guess we'll just have to figure that out one game at a time. But let's talk about Connley early and Dustin May real quick, because these two have been kind of an interesting talk of the town for very different reasons. Connley early has had a fantastic minor league season this year, has really kind of soared up the prospect rankings for the Boston Red Sox. Meanwhile, Dustin May, he was quote-unquote the big trade acquisition for the Boston Red Sox and has widely been a disappointment across really any single metric you want to pick out. It has not been good, and who could have predicted this coming? Probably a lot of Red Sox fans, considering what we did to him not a couple days before we traded for him. In his season, he has a 4.85 ERA with the Dodgers, but with the Red Sox, it's a 5.40 ERA, combining for a 4.96, a whip of 1.69 with the Red Sox, just 26 strikeouts. It's not exactly the greatest stat line at all. The batting average against is over the 250 area. It's not great, it's not good, and finally the Red Sox, Craig Breslow, Alex Cora, they say, you know what, it's September, we're done with all this stuff, and maybe this is a phantom IL stint again, I don't know. The Red Sox seem to have a way of putting people who they don't want on their roster or don't want playing onto a random IL spot that they just find and say, oh, we're going to throw him on there, we're going to put them there, so you have unlimited, I guess, so just put him on the injured list and call up a number 6 ranked prospect, which, once again, the Red Sox continue to call up a ton of prospects, but, Connley early is kind of an interesting one. We go to a report here from MLB.com's Brian Murphy, in which he says, quote, Early, a 5th-round draft pick in 2023, owns a 2.83 earned run average over 6 starts, 28 2/3 innings, at AAA Worcester this season. This combined with his work at AA this year, Early has a 2.60 earned run average over 100 1/3 frames, and has limited batters to a 1.197 batting average. Yeah, that's pretty good. I will take that every single day, but this just speaks to what the Red Sox have been able to do with really all their prospects this season. You think about from the beginning of the year, Christian Campbell makes the opening day roster. Alex Bregman goes down. That's okay. You call up Marcelo Meyer. Now, obviously, the injuries to Marcelo Meyer, Christian Campbell goes down to AAA because he's not performing. You call up Roman Anthony, and, now he's injured too. But you also have Peyton Tolley. Now, here is Connley early as well. The prospects continue to be coming in for the Boston Red Sox in troves, and their farm system, it was ranked really high, and, I hate to say it, but I got to give credit to Chaim Bloom in this aspect, because a lot of these guys came from his scouting and really all that stuff. So if we look at Connley early and his prospect savant, lots and lots of red. His barrel percentage is low, just 1.5% in the minor leagues. His expected on-base percentage is at the 246 area. The expected batting average is even lower than what it actually is. It's like 190. It's expected to be 0.189. I mean, this guy is legit a star down there in the minor leagues, and kind of was really underrated. If you look at the top 100 prospect rankings across most main publicized sites, he's not ranked in the top 100 prospects, and he really should be, because when you have a savant page like this that is all red, it's very good. Now, the one thing that he is not going to do is strike a lot of batters out, but maybe that has changed, because in his most recent AAA outing against what would be the New York Yankees AAA, a team affiliate, and Spencer Jones, who the Yankees love to say is going to be so good, he had 6 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 10 strikeouts, 3 hits, no walks. Pretty good. And there's a little bit of a hint in this tweet. I'm not going to mention it just yet, but there's a certain pitcher that wasn't called up, and kind of is a little bit of a concerning factor in some aspects, and an interesting choice for the Boston Red Sox. But we'll get to that in just a second. I want to go back to Brian Murphy's report talking about Connley early and why exactly this move was made. He says, quote, "Early possesses 4 pitches that are projected to be at least league average, earning 50 grades or higher from MLB Pipeline on the 2080 scouting scale. His fastball can reach into the mid-90s, but he only uses it about 1/3 of the time. He blends it with a low 80s changeup, an upper 70s curveball, and a sweeping low 80s slider that might be his best offering," end quote. Connley early has a pretty interesting pitch mix. It's kind of intriguing to see what exactly he's going to be able to do with it. Here is what all he has and the pitch usage on it. He's going to mix that four-seam in a lot just because he has a pretty good spin on it, and the plus stuff is actually pretty good on it. But as he mentioned, his best pitch is definitely going to be that slider and curve combo. 18.4% usage on the change, and then a 12.3% usage on the curve. The changeup is very good as well. Kind of low on the spin rate. It's got good arm side run. I do want to see that changeup become a little better. Kind of reminds me a lot of the development of Brayan Bello over the past couple of years, and really is similar to that, where if he can get that changeup to a good spot, you're probably going to be seeing him pitch kind of similar to the way Brayan Bello has done this year. Not a lot of strikeouts, but he's getting good, nice contact, easy going to a couple of his fielders, and has had a very good year. I think that is a very good projection and the hope for Connley early, let's say, down the line. Maybe not this season, but kind of coming up here when he gets a little bit more under his feet. Kind of the last thing here that Brian Murphy said, saying, quote, "Although Early isn't known as a strikeout artist, he did record 10 Ks over 6 innings in his most recent start on September 2nd, the highest strikeout total in any of his 45 minor league games." And that's exactly what I just mentioned, is the strikeouts really weren't there, and then he struck out 10 against the Yankees, and maybe that's why he got the call. But there is a certain pitcher, I alluded to it earlier, but Coley Mick, guy on the Section 10 podcast, if you don't listen to him, a Red Sox personality, he had this tweet, and I found it very, very funny. He says, "If you're reading this, the Red Sox would rather start you in a game than Kyle Harrison." And he's not wrong, because Kyle Harrison continues to sit down there and rot in AAA. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say his stats are otherworldly and he needs to be brought up and the Red Sox are making the wrong decision. No. I'm not saying that. In his MILB career here with the Boston Red Sox this season, it's a 3.66 earned run average, a 5-2 record, pretty good. The whip at 1.49 isn't great. It's been a lot more walks than what we saw from him in San Francisco. However, a lot of that is attributed to the Boston Red Sox kind of picking up his arsenal and moving it around, changing some things, adding some pitches to his arsenal. But the Red Sox continue to just not want to call him up. Now, at the same time, I say this, and there is a very real shot and this possibility that tomorrow Kyle Harrison could be called up, because when you see what the Red Sox have planned for their upcoming pitching matchups, tomorrow was still empty. And Connley early at the time was projected to maybe take that spot. Well, not anymore. He's pitching tonight. So what do the Red Sox do? Maybe they do call up Kyle Harrison. Now, they mentioned that Peyton Tolley could be a part of the agenda, but I don't see him pitching more than 3 innings if he starts. And if he comes out of the bullpen, then he's not going to pitch for the Yankees series. I find it intriguing to see what the Boston Red Sox choose to do. I think we'll see Peyton Tolley in some light, but I really don't want another bullpen game. I really don't. I saw what happened in the one game against the Guardians, and I said, that's not for us. We're good. That's fine. We got people to call up, and then they used it against Connley early. And while Dustin May is not a good option, I don't know that he would have been worse than a bullpen game, at least from what we've seen from their one game we had. We'll kind of have to just figure it out from now on. But exciting time, exciting game tonight for Connley early. Again, what is it, the 5th, 6th prospect now for the Red Sox to debut this season? So It's a very fun time to be a Red Sox fan because there was a lot of good things happening, not just for this year, but for the future. I'll be watching intently tonight. Hopefully Connley can have a good start, and hopefully the Red Sox can get another win, and maybe, just maybe, the Yankees can lose. We can tie them for that top wildcard spot, and if the Blue Jays can lose, then who knows? Maybe we'll be right next to that division title after all. We'll see what happens, though, and we'll keep you updated on everything right here on Red Sox Digest. So for more information, news, and updates, hit that subscribe button. We'll see you next time here. Peace out, guys.